today's replay we're featuring myself, and I'm playing the American battleship, the Georgia. I'm with my clanmates, Eco in his Palmerin and Dementia in his Alaska. Now myself and the Georgia, we've got a bit of a love-hate relationship. Georgia is a tier 9 battleship. It's based on the Iowa class, but it's got 18-inch guns and put in twin firing turrets, 2 forward, 1 aft. Georgia's a little bit odd in that she gets the Massachusetts repair party, which is fairly quick, 5 heals with I forget the commander skill now, it's fairly early in the morning. She's got a fighter, and then obviously the one thing that sets her apart, she's got the speed boost, same as the Bourgogne. Now, I've got a bit of a love-hate relationship with the Georgia. She was released in June 2019 by Warships, and is obviously a coal ship that you can grind. Most everybody, including me, sets her up as a secondary brawler. But to be a secondary brawler, you need to be fairly durable, which unfortunately the Georgia isn't. She's not very durable, she's kind of squishy. So, most playing her, part of the German CV missions, you needed to do stuff in either German battleships, American battleships, or the Japanese battleships. No, I don't have a tier 9, but Japanese battleship. And when the rest of the guys wanted to do tier 9, especially EK, he wanted to run his Palmerin, and this is pretty much the only thing I had at tier 9. The gear from Germany is in the battleship. I don't have the Palmerin, and I've got some tier 8s. Massachusetts, I think the Massachusetts personally is better, but you know, mass tier 8 in a tier 10 match isn't the best thing. So I've got a 19-point captain in this. It's one of the Alexandrovchenkans when I got him, and it is set up as a manual secondary ship. We're here on the map, neighbors, and we decided to head down to the A cap. Now, as I said before, I've had a bit of a love-hate relationship with the Georgia. I've never really had very good matches. Now, when I talk about very good matches, I'm talking 150 up to 200,000 damage. Unfortunately, that just hasn't happened for me, and it is what it is. As we see the enemy Izumo push in, I decided, alright, well, let's see. Maybe we can hit him. Enemy Massachusetts takes out Baltimore, and we are already 1 ship down early in the match. Yeah, I didn't have a lot of hope for this. Luckily, we've gotten friendly Mars destroyer, and he scouted the way for us. And with the engine boost, pushing the Georgia up to 38, I was able to get in here fairly quickly. Now, the only thing, unfortunately, that kills the Georgia for me is the dispersion. Because it's set up as a full secondary brawler, the dispersion on this thing is terrible. As you can see, led that Izumo, had it perfectly, and didn't even come close to hitting it. My mate Dementia fires up radar and Hydro with his Alaska, because it's a standing joke in the clan. I attract torpedoes like there's nobody's business. Now Shaw's takes out a Fletcher, which is a good thing. 1 DD down. And they're trying to kill the Low Yang there. The Low Yang goes down. Goes in smoke. Luckily, Eco and Palmerin takes the Low Yang down. And the enemy team only has 1 destroyer now, and we've still got 3 destroyers, so things starting to look up. And unfortunately for us, the enemy Jean Bart took our shores. Now, keep that Jean Bart in mind. He's going to feature in about 5 minutes very prominently in this replay. Unfortunately, I wasn't running OBS at the time, so I've had to take the World of Warships replay, throw it into World of Warships, and as everybody knows, it's kind of a shitty system, but it's the best I can do. Enemy North Carolina is coming in. And I must say I did enjoy the North Carolina. I actually kept mine. Iowa, a big sister. Oh, I really dislike that ship. With the directives, I've recently started playing the Montana again. Yeah, the Montana is not as bad as I remember it. And she didn't get any buffs or anything. I probably just expected too much from her. And there's a broadside on board. Doesn't mean anything for the Georgia. I'm sure the Georgia will still miss it. Yep. Fired perfectly at the waterline and the Georgia misses it. And that's why I said, for me, the Georgia is very hit and miss. Ooh. Enemy Riga takes out a Fletcher, and we are now a DD down as well. North Carolina decides they need to start backing up, but it's within 11-3. My secondaries are now opening, and I'm pulling, just slowing down a little bit. You know, the manual secondaries, the secondaries are really quite accurate, and as you can see, the secondary, it's all starting to stack up. With this being a tier 7 to 9 match as well, the enemy, they ignored me for a little bit first, and I was able to start whittling down this North Carolina. As you can see, 36 secondary hits, 42 secondary hits, they're all adding up. I always joke that my Massachusetts and my Georgia has a Atlanta strapped down on each side with turrets. Fire on the North Carolina, and I am doing at least some damage to it. At closer ranges, I was able to land a few good shells there. And it's at this stage that I noticed my clanmates are on the other side of them. Okay, so I'm here alone. This is going to be interesting. Pomeran takes out the North Carolina, and it's now time to either brawl the Izumo or get stuck in with a Jean Bart. Both of them front-facing turrets, which means they have an advantage. Izumo has to turn a little bit to get a third turret going, but not as much as I have to get my rear turret moving. The Izumo has decided that this is a very bad idea, and he's getting out of dodge. And the Jean Bart is starting to pull back. Jean Bart is also secondary spawn, secondary bolt. Has a bit of a beam. Not how I set up my Jean Bart, but okay. It is how I set up my Alaska and my Alsace. But my Alsace was a complete meme. It disables one of my turrets. Bugger. Okay. Well, that's how it is. Oh, and my teammate Dementia goes down to Massachusetts. And we are 4 down versus 3. We've luckily got 2 caps versus their 1 cap. Which means we're barely ahead of points, but okay. Now, I think that the striking difference between myself and this Jean Bart, as Algeria takes care of him, Mayoka, is I've got manual secondaries. The secondaries are a lot more accurate than these are. He's all over the place. Well, I've got 74 hits already landed. I'm kind of not sure where he's going. Finally got all the turrets in play. But 2 good hits and 2 overpins. Now, my biggest problem is this Izumo. If I turn in one direction, the Jean Bart's going to put holes in me. Put in another, turn in another direction, Izumo is going to put holes in me. And then I spot Jonas. Hey, Jonas. DD's bane of my existence. But okay. I know torps are coming out, so let me go and brawl the Jean Bart and turn away from the torpedoes. I've had to unfortunately use one of my heals, and it's now a full-on brawl between me and Mr. Jean Bart. And I was a bit of an idiot. I fobbed those shots. I should have actually aimed for his guns. Jean Bart's guns are notoriously fragile. I know, I play Jean Bart quite often, and he chunks me hard. Aiming for the guns. There we go. One of his guns is disabled. He's going to have to burn a repair party. Torpedoes are coming in from behind. I got 2 fires. 3 fires. It's okay, time to repair it. I mean, was thinking of ramming. Their Atlantis taking out some Sawyers, but this Jean Bart went to brawl, and I'm having fun. This is the most fun I've had in the Georgia in a while. Yeah, one of our destroyers threw torps this way. Gnevi, and guess where he was going to eat a Gnevi torp from a teammate. Thanks, Gnevi. It's not like I didn't need every bit of HP that I've got. Didn't need that hit. But okay, I've got a rear turret going towards the Jean Bart. Unfortunately, don't lead it enough. Off. He only took 16k for my health when I need it. Luckily, he's on that side of the map. My secondaries are working quite hard. Uses his reload booster and he chokes me very hard. Now this stage I thought, shit, I am dead. Well, our Bismarck takes care of him. I managed to get a heal going. Now repair party is still on cooldown, but yeah, the turret is back up. And I've got engine boost going. And I'm really at the top of the map there, but that was fun. That was the most fun I've had with Georgia in a long while. And thankfully, I've managed to heal up a little bit. I'm at about 14k health. Then Massachusetts takes out our Amagi, and I'm at the point of thinking, man, we're still gonna lose this match. Not good, not good. So I decided, well, let me go and get myself a cap up there. And as I've previously mentioned, the North American community isn't quite as toxic as others. Jean Bart says to me, fun brawl, Georgia, and I'm like, yep, good fight. And I actually compliment him. And I said to him, mate, take a compliment. Because he could have easily gone for the ram, taking both of us out, but he didn't. We just both had a really, really, really nice match. So now, we're at 751 points. We got the points. Bismarck takes out the Jervis. And we might just have this. Shots out at the Atlanta. Let's see what we can do. Unfortunately, for once, one shell hits Citadel's Atlanta and I get the kill. Yay. Oh. Now with adrenaline rush and having almost no health left, my reloads are very, very quick. And they're trying to take B from us. Managed to get one hit and one reset there. But this match is almost over. There's an Edinburgh sitting in smoke like Edinburghs do. Damn, and we lose Algeria just as I thought we had the points. This stage I was saying to my teammate in the Pomeran, dude, please just get into B, reset B. We need what we can get. Oh, my coffee this early in the morning is just so good. Now remember the Izuma that I saw earlier? Well, he's still sailing at the other side of the map. I don't think he wanted anything to do with me. Now my Izuma would have come straight at me. He's got double the hit points. He's got turrets at the front. Georgia isn't strong. But yeah, what can one do?
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Bismarck manages to take out the Massachusetts. A is turning, and luckily I'm getting into C to turn it. I mean, this match is not won by any means. Thankfully, we managed to dissuade them from taking B. I'm getting some decent shots on the Freddy de Groves, and yeah, that we all know the Freddy. I can't play the Freddy to save my life. Unfortunately, that Freddy takes out my Deathmate Eco in the Pomeran, and it's 3 versus 4. Luckily for me, it looks like I might just be able to take C here, which will give us some cap advantage. This poor Edinburgh is fleeing. He wants nothing to do with me. And Mr. Izumo, he has taken some pot shots at me. Time for engine boost. I want to get in the fight. I want to get more kills. I want more. So this is turning out to be a relatively decent match in the Georgia. 141,000 damage so far. 362 secondary hits. And there's a Freddy. Come on, Georgia guns. Don't let me down for once, please. Please, please, please don't let me down. No, unfortunately they let me down. So, this is obviously Mr. Edinburgh's torpedoes. And I've ambushed somebody in my Edinburgh before I sold it because it was an utter piece of shit. I'll take my hat off to anybody playing that ship. Yay! 3 over penetrations. Now you see, I know my luck. I would have just had 3 citadels. I don't know what Zuma was thinking here. He is within 11 Ks of me. Broadside. I get 2 overpins. I know the torpedoes are coming from the Edinburgh. I slow down, try and get my guns into the game. And the Zuma starts speeding up. I jockeyed. He overshot. I citadeled him. There's my high caliber. Fantastic. Let's see, come on. I start a fire on him with my secondaries. Come on, guns. And there I die. But got the shells off. And I get it's just the flesh wound and the kill on the Izuma. 182,000 damage. I think this was my damage record in the Georgia. And since the replays don't show the scorecard at the end, that's 182,000 damage, 2 citadels, 2 kills, high caliber. It's just a flesh wound, 1 capture, 388 secondary hits, 8 fires, 1 incapacitation. Added 7 cap resets and 57 main battery hits. I also did 45,000 in spotting damage and 2.5 potential. Now, this match is about to run out. We're at 287 versus this 761. And we're telling them, don't throw. And the match is done when Aditi torpedoes it. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching as always, and we'll speak soon. Cheers.